I have a motto. I eat and drink no for breakfast. Don't hear it.
Please welcome Heather Kurtenbach.
In a moment. Please have a seat. Hi, everyone. Sit. Hi. There is one of them who will be president of the United States. She is just phenomenal. It's about saying, let's invest in our child care centers and our child care workers. No. Can I get a witness? So you say, Kamala, okay, talk about the opportunity now, right? Educators, when they had to bring their kids and said, we're not paying them nearly enough. So it's Friday. It's the second weekend of spring.
Was it wrong to consider inflation transitory? I mean, these price spikes seem like they're going to be with us for a while.
We have to address the fact that we got to deal with the fact that folks are paying for gas, paying for groceries, and need solutions to it. So let's talk about that. Short-term solution includes what we need to do around the supply chain. Right? We're dealing with it in terms of the long term, and that's about what we need to do to pass Build Back Better. It strengthens our economy.
What do you think your biggest failure has been at this point?
To not get out of D.C. more. I mean, and I actually mean that sincerely, that IBW 490 graduated the first woman electrician in the state of New Hampshire. I think it is important to look at folks like Haley and Kelly and also say we're going to take note of the fact that during the pandemic, over 2 million people, 2 million women people became unemployed. Hi. Can we please hear it for Haley? It's good to see everyone. Please have a seat. And so that's why I'm here today. I'm here to hold up and to highlight the kind of work that's happening right here at IBW around what we need to do. They were showing me there's a thing called the pulley? The tugger. The tugger. That is some modern equipment that now allows you to tug. Did anybody know, do y'all know that hard hacks are actually unisex? How about that? So that makes the point, right, Annie Custer? That makes the point.
Welcome to El Paso. Welcome to my community, to the new Ellis Island, to the capital of the border.
Make your first trip to the border.
Well, it's not my first trip. I've been to the border many times.
It is here in El Paso that the return to Mexico policy from the previous administration was implemented. We have seen the disaster that resulted from that. Here in El Paso, we've also seen great work happening through the Department of Homeland Security under the leadership of Secretary Mayorkas.
And as you know, we inherited a tough situation. In fact, right here in El Paso in 5 months, we've made progress. Look at our youth choir. That girl wasn't nervous at all. Hello, Michigan. Hello, Detroit. It is so good to be back with you again, to the Detroit Youth Choir. So I'm here to say thank you, congratulations, and we have more work to do. It's a fact. Paying attention. Virtually every person who is in the hospital right now, in the words of your own Miguel Cabrera, he said, I'm gonna give it 6 months. It's July. It's time. It's time. So with that, I'm happy to take any questions. Simone, are you?
Yes, my microphone was not on. So let's do our first question from Felipe Ricard from Le Monde. And I will just hold it for you. Fortunately, that is all the questions we have time for today. Okay. That is all the time we have for today. We have additional opportunities.
Let's take one question.
Okay, all right. I will hold the mic.
And Build Back Better is not going to cost anything. We're paying for it. So that is a big part of our agenda, and I think it's important to also stress that it's not going to cost anything for the American taxpayer. That's about the cost of living going up, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously, very seriously. Things costing more. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. And so we are doing what we can, making it probably one of our highest priorities. I talk to the president about it often. One of our highest priorities. We need to bring costs down for the American people. And in particular, for working people and working families. And again, I'll go back to my previous point. That is why we have been pushing so hard since the beginning for Build Back Better, because it is absolutely and almost uniquely designed to do just that. Well, okay, look, it's a huge problem.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pretend it's not. It's a huge problem. And are we looking at overcrowding at the border, in particular of these kids? Yes. Should we be processing these cases faster? Yes. Especially since there was a system in place previously, before the last administration, that was dismantled. We have to reconstruct it. It's not going to happen overnight. We have senior administration officials right now in Mexico and Guatemala also dealing with, in addition to what needs to happen at the border.
Do you think the criticism comes from you being a black woman?
You know, there is definitely healthy discussion that I will leave others to have about that, but I'm going to be focused on the work and I will not be distracted.
It's okay to say yes. We see it. It's okay. So who's the real president of this country? Is it Joe Manchin or Joe Biden, Madam Vice President?
Come on, Charlemagne.
Come
on. It's Joe Biden.
I can't tell sometimes.
No. It's Joe Biden, and don't start talking like a Republican about asking whether or not he's president.
Do you think Joe Manchin is a problem?
It's Joe Biden, and I'm vice president, and my name is Kamala Harris. And it bears noting, this bill is fully paid for and will not raise taxes on anyone making less than $400,000 a year. With us in government, we campaign with the plan. Uppercase T, uppercase P, the plan. And then the environment is such that we're expected to defend the plan. Even when the first time we roll it out, there may be some glitches and it's time to reevaluate and then...
And the number of immediate family members of U.S. service members in Afghanistan?
Update you in the number? Yeah. I don't have a whole number on that, no.
Okay, sure.
Because of the millions of Americans who believed that we could get this done. Well, we got it done, America. We got it done. Now, this bill, as significant as it is, as historic as it is part one of two. Congress must also pass the Build Back Better Act.
Please welcome.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
At some point, we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making.
When she was asked just the other day by Lester Holt, after she tried to insinuate that she's been to the border, which is not accurate, he challenged her on it. He said, no, you haven't been to the border. And then she just gives this bizarre laugh and says, well, I haven't been to Europe either.
I've said I'm going to go to the border. And when are you going to the border, Vice President? The administration has asked... I'm not finished. I've said I'm going to the border. And do you have a date?
I will keep you posted.
To clear something up that's been, in the news for the last 24 hours or so, can you commit right now that you will indeed visit the U.S.-Mexico border, and will you do it soon?
Jeremy, let me tell you something. Yes, I will, and I have before. I also believe that if you want to fix a problem, you have to go to where the problem exists. If you want to address the needs of a people, you must meet those people. You must spend time with those people. On the issue of Republicans' political attacks or criticism or even concerns, the reason I am here in Guatemala as my first trip as Vice President of the United States is because this is one of our highest priorities, and I came here to be here on the ground to speak with the leader of this nation around what we can do. An investigation that is being conducted, which I fully support, and there needs to be consequence and accountability. Human beings should not be treated that way, and as we all know, it also evoked images of some of the worst moments of our history where that kind of behavior has been used against the indigenous people of our country, has been used against African Americans on the issue of Afghanistan. And to that end, we have seen a successful drawdown of the embassy.
What's your response to reports of Americans?
Hold on. Slow down, everybody. I want to talk about two things. First, Afghanistan. And today, a national holiday. Who just received a very special recognition from the President of the United States. And I see members of Congress, members of the Congressional Black Caucus, members of the United States. Those individuals on horseback treating human beings the way they were is horrible. I fully support what is happening right now, which is a thorough investigation into exactly what is going on there.